Hello guys and girls, it's Jules Minnow and welcome to Football Manager Wheel of Fortune. Now it's a little bit like Football Manager but with a little bit of game show mixed in. We've taken control of Maidstone United. We holidayed this season first of all and took control of a club which came up to either the Conference North or the Conference South. And that club happened to be Maidstone. They're in the Conference South and they're a club which are very local to me. So local in fact that they're rivals of the club that I support, Gillingham. Now, what we're going to do here, every single month, so on the first of every month, we're going to spin a wheel. I'm going to go through the wheel with you in a short while. I'm going to detail all the prizes that we can win, and the booby prizes as well. We're just going to see how far through the game we can progress and see what we can win with Maidstone. So, let's go and have a look at the wheel, and see what sort of stuff is on there, see what we can win, and see what we can be cursed with as well. Hopefully you enjoy, let us know in the comments section, and let's get cracking. Okay, so here's the wheel. Now, you'll notice that there's like 50 slots on the wheel for the prizes and the booby prizes. Now, every March we're going to bring in a new wheel. I'm going to add a 51st slot to the wheel. Now, a lot of you know that the youth intakes happen during March, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a wheel which will have an extra slot on it during March, and that slot is going to be the ability to have a son. Now, obviously the chance of having that is going to be very, very small. So we're going to bring it in for 1 month in the year. Now the rest of the prizes on here. We're going to start at the top of the list on the left hand side and just go through those. And sort of explain a little bit about what all the prizes and the booby prizes are. Now you'll see we've got Team of the Year Player Premiership, Team of the Year Player Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A and League One. Now those Team of the Year prizes, if we land on one of those, we're actually going to generate a mini wheel. And on the mini wheel, there is going to be a position relating to the formation which is played in those Team of the Years. And say, for example, we land on Team of the Year Premiership. The Premiership plays a 4-4-2 for its Team of the Year. Now, we will have all the positions lined up for 4-4-2, so left back, right back, 2 centre defenders, left midfield, right midfield, 2 central midfielders, and then 2 strikers and a goalkeeper obviously as well. And then we'll spin that wheel, and if the wheel, say for example, lands on goalkeeper, we will take the Premiership's goalkeeper of the year, bring him into our club, and we'll give him a 3-year contract. If he decides to stay at the end of the 3 years, fantastic. If he doesn't, that's alright, that's fine. Same again for the Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A and League One. Now the bank balance is pretty self-explanatory. If we land on plus 10 million, we give our bank balance a hefty 10 million to inject into it. Same again for plus 5 million, plus 1 million, plus 500k, and plus 100k as well. They've got stadium upgrades there as well. Plus 5,000, plus 2,500, plus 1,000, and plus 500. So again, pretty self-explanatory. Don't really need to tell you what those entail. Now the next slot. Staff related, so you'll see we've got a free 3-star coach, 4-star coach and 5-star coach, a free 3-star scout, 4-star scout and 5-star scout, and a free 4-star physio and 5-star physio. Now if those staff members are not available, so for example the 5-star physio, the 5-star scout or the 5-star coach, then we'll just find somebody who we like, who's going to be as close to that star rating as possible. Now we also have upgrade training facilities, youth facilities, junior coaching, youth recruitment and corporate facilities as well. Again, pretty self-explanatory, don't really need to go into that in too much detail. The next one's quite an interesting one, so we can add a 4.5-star or plus manager as an assistant, so that's like the likes of Jose Mourinho, etc, etc. And we can bring in those guys as our assistant, and they will stay until the end of their contract. Next one is removal injuries, and we've got 2 slots for that. Again, fairly self-explanatory. It's going to come in handy, obviously, if we have any long-term injuries over the course of the season. Removal bans as well, so it's not as useful as removal injuries, but we've still got it in there anyway. Again, it'll come in use if anyone is suspended at all, but suspensions aren't generally too long anyway, so we shouldn't really need to worry about that too much. We've got change all morale 2 as well. Now that is quite an interesting one. That can have a good effect, it can have a bad effect. So when we do it, the morale can be any one of the following, and we'll generate a mini wheel for that as well. and the morale will be somewhere between superb and abysmal. So the mini wheel will decide the fate of that. After that, we've got release a player. Now we've got 3 slots for that, and that can be any player in the club. So any player in the first senior team, any player in the under 21s, and any player in the under 18s as well. So we'll generate another wheel for that if we land on one of those. That'll include, as I say, every single player at the club, and whoever it lands on, be it somebody from the senior team all the way down to the youth team, they will get released if it lands on their name. After that, we got bank balance negative again, so the polar opposite of the plus bank balances. So minus 2.5 million, minus 500k, minus 250k, and minus 50k. And there's a big one in there as well, which is bankrupt. And if we land on that, no matter how many pounds the club has to its name, we bankrupt the club. So that's quite a nasty one. Stadium destruction, again, the opposite end of the spectrum to the stadium upgrades. So stadium destruction, minus 2,500, minus 1,250, minus 500, and minus 250. Now, the 2,500 one is probably going to wipe out a whole entire stadium. So what we'd have to do, we'd have to sort of start with, say, sort of 10 seats or so. Just something like a little field with nothing around it. Then right at the end we've got release staff members, which again is the opposite side to the staff, which we can sort of generate into the club. And we've got 4 slots for that, so release a staff member. Now again, we'll generate a mini wheel for that one, and it could be any of the staff at the club, apart from ourselves obviously, and whoever that lands on, they will be finding themselves out of the club very, very quickly. So let's go and have a look and start the game, and yeah, please enjoy. Okay then, I wasn't joking, we are actually manager of Maidstone United, so as you can see, Jules Minnow takes charge at Maidstone, and they've unveiled us as their new manager. Minnow is said to be delighted at the chance to manage at Gallagher Stadium, and the Stone supporters will no doubt be hoping their new manager has what it takes. So let's have a look around the club, see what needs changing, and yeah. Okay, so first order of business is to have a look at the staff screen. We need an assistant manager, so we should probably go and sign one. We don't have the realistic transfers available to us, so what we're going to do, we're just going to set the reputation to unproven and try and bring in somebody who hasn't really had a shot yet in assistant managing. So unemployed people are the way to go. Aaron Skelton is going to be the man. He doesn't have a club. He's 2-star assistant manager, so he's probably going to be the best one for us should he accept the deal. Just going to adjust the wages down very, very slightly, give him that assistant role, suggest the terms to him. He's accepted, so we're just going to finalise the deal, exit the talks, and then sort of go and sort of carry on with our business. So there we go then. We've signed Aaron Skelton. And that's going to make life a lot easier for us. He's going to be able to tell us a little bit about the squad, because having never managed Maidstone before, I don't know anything about the players. So let's have a look at the squad. So here we go then, here's the Maidstone squad. It's looking very sparse, as you can see. Just going to delve into the under-21s and have a look who we've got here. We have got quite a bit of talent in the under-21s, but the majority of it is loan talent. So they were loan signings brought in by the previous manager. They're going to expire in 3 days' time, so we're not really going to be able to make use of them. We're going to have to bring in some of our own signings. So we should probably have a look in the transfer market and sort of see what's about, and go from there. And by the looks of things, we need some new staff as well. Okay then, so in terms of staff, we signed Rocky Baptiste as a scout. We signed John Gray as a coach for the club. And we've also signed Dave Lawson as a physio. Okay, we've had a few offers in the pipeline for various players. And one which has signed now is Michael Bryan. He was recommended to us by Rocky Baptiste, a Northern Ireland international right-sided midfielder, a position which we desperately needed somebody actually. So let's go ahead to his profile and just have a look at his attributes and see what he has to offer us. Okay, so here's his profile now, and you can immediately see his acceleration is good, his pace is good for the league, he's got some flair there too, and his crossing isn't bad either. In terms of current ability and potential ability, 3.5 stars for each, so he's pretty much hit his maximum potential. So I'm not too worried about that though. He is 25 years old, and I do think he has a lot to offer the club. So you may have noticed that it is the 1st of July now as well, so we should probably get ahead and spin that wheel. So let's go and do that. So welcome then to the first spin of the wheel of this game for Maidstone United. As we've gone through it, you know, there's some great stuff on there, there's some good stuff, and there's some bad stuff on the wheel as well. So hopefully we end up with something half decent, something which will help us move on with the game, and something which will benefit us as well. So without any further ado, let's spin the wheel for the first time ever and see what we land on. There it goes, spinning round. Where it's going to stop, nobody knows. I'm into a slow now. And we have a free 5-star physio. So we're going to go into the game now. We're going to go through the physio list and find ourselves a free 5-star physio, or as close to 5-star as what we can get. So that's going to help us with injuries. It's not really going to benefit us in any other way apart from that. So it's not bad, but it's not great for a first spin. So let's go and find ourselves a physio. Okay, so 5-star physio, the hunt is on. So let's go and find ourselves one. The only concern that I've got for this is sort of wages, really. What we're going to do, we're going to take off realistic transfers. Just because we have the pick of the bunch, we can choose whoever we like. And what we're going to do, we're just going to look at the guys who, I mean, the guy at Blackburn there, he's not, he is world class actually, but to be honest, I think we're going to go with this Belgian guy here. So leave a mischeck. And he's got some phenomenal stats there. Physiotherapy 20, he's got motivating, determination as well, man management, fitness, fantastic, superb guy. So we've brought him into Maidstone now. He's going to be our physio. As I say, the problem there was the wages, £3,200 a week. And that is going to be the problem for us. So it just remains to be seen whether we can sort of keep up with the wages of these players and staff which we're bringing in. So we've got the schedule for the rest of the season just listed here. So we start off with a game against Wealdstone. That'll probably be, I don't know if that'll be on the next episode actually. We're going to try and do like a month per episode or something. But yeah, no, so that's the schedule anyway. So thank you for watching this first episode, and hopefully we'll see you for some more. So thank you for watching, and we will catch you later on.